The one emotion that men need to feel in order to fall in love with you is pain. If a guy does not feel pain, he will not fall in love with you. And that means pain of losing you. That means pain of you leaving him. You create that pain, that means you make him feel a little jealous. That means you pull away and you don't text him that much as often. That means you cancel on a date. That means you disappear for a whole day. That means you don't respond for a whole day and then apologize because you had to work. The point is that you make him fear losing you, and that kind of pain will make him come back. It's like breaking up with him and then coming back. That kind of stuff makes him fall in love with you.
Men don't fall in love through sex. They fall in love through the promises that they make and then keep to you. Now I'm about to give you a whole science lesson because you guys are out here getting it wrong and you're hurting yourself because of it. Now women do fall in love through sex. And that's why whenever you hear someone like, oh no, it's going to be casual, I don't actually like him, like I'm gonna be a player too, biochemically that's really hard because we release oxytocin. Oxytocin is your bonding chemical. It's why you feel close after sex. It's why you feel close during cuddling. Us women be firing off that oxytocin like crazy when we're in love. It's why he was kind of okay at first and now you're like, he's literally shit and I am so in love. Men release some levels of oxytocin after sex, but it's actually not what bonds them to someone. What bonds them to you, that commitment level, is vasopressin. So what happens in the beginning though, they are releasing testosterone. Testosterone is their pursue behavior. That's why, girlfriend, do whatever you want, but if you're wanting a guy to commit to you, sleeping with him in the beginning isn't the smartest thing to, because guess what? His levels of testosterone are the highest when pursuing, you get what you want, they just drop, which means right after sex, if it's in the beginning, he actually likes you less, unless vasopressin is released. But men have to develop vasopressin receptors for that to happen, and those take time to build. Testosterone does not create commitment. To them, it peaks, dips, okay, now they have to go find that thing that peaks their testosterone again. They already got the conquest over there. Say men fall in love through the commitments they make and keep because this is more of a sign of a vasopressin release. The other sign of vasopressin release is mate guarding behavior. That is very much, these are my resources, you cannot have them because I care about them. This chemical takes time to develop, but it's also the reason if you keep sleeping with someone who treats you like shit, who keeps breaking their promises to you, who breaks their commitments to you, who does not seem to care to commit to you, the vasopressin is not going to be meant for you. You cannot sleep your way with a guy into making him care. That's not how it works. And it's going to work the reverse for you if you're a woman, because you are going to be releasing all this oxytocin and you're going to be the one going through that heartbreak. And that shit's going to suck.
If you want a man to be addicted to you, you need to make yourself really pleasurable to be around. The world these days can be harsh, it can be toxic, it can be quite difficult to live in. If you've got somebody good around you, a man that's good around you, create an atmosphere of pleasure around yourself for him, whether that be with food, experiences, listening to him and lifting him up, to really make somebody see value in your presence. You need to become irreplaceable. And there are several ways to do that. You know your own strengths, but you can become quite addictive, and your presence can become quite addictive if you lean into your femininity and really allow that space between the two of you to become something that he craves. If he's not spending time with you and choosing to do his, what is it that guys do? I don't know, what is it? Their online league games? That's fine, because they always need an outlet, some kind of sport to do. But if you see that he's never around you and you're always nagging and you're creating a difficult space to be around, there are two parts to that. Yes, he could be really annoying and you really want to change him and all of that, but how are you going to change him? Let's really stop and think about it. Is he really going to change by you being horrid to be around with your hedgehog self, as we call it? Or are you going to stop, assess, do I want this man in my life? If the answer is yes, and he's generally a good man, how can we use our feminine charm to make him want to be around? I did that like I'm a witch. To make him want to be around you. You're going to you're going to do that. Be smart, ladies, because it's not always about like punching him in the face with your needs and wants. Put a velvet glove on the iron fist and you will get more than you ever thought you could.
You see, in order for him to really fall in love with you in a way that he will have a hard time forgetting you, you have to hurt his ego. If he says, I'm that type of person, I'll never go out with a girl who takes a long time to text me back, or that kind of stuff, then you got to make him feel like he's breaking his own rules. That means that you take 10 hours to respond. That means that you cancel 1 out of every 3 or 4 dates. That means that you do not show up to the date and then you come up with some bullshit excuse. The point is that if he takes your bullshit, in his mind, he's going to say, the reason why I am taking her bullshit is because I like her a lot. And he'll backward rationalize that he loves you. Hurting his ego, destroying a guy's ego will create the toxic type of attraction that he'll have to go to his goddamn therapist in order to get over you. And if you want more toxic, I have a longer video. Go to Mindful Attraction 2.0 and look for Destroy His Ego for the longer video. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, follow me here to soothe my toxic ego. And follow me on TikTok. I'm closing this channel. Stay toxic.
One word, ladies. One word. Vasopressin. The one thing a man needs to fall in love. And guess how he gets it? Just guess. Guess. By us stressing him out. Okay? So the more we stress him out, the more he'll fall in love with you. Okay? So you're over there, oh, let's make him comfortable. Let's give him a massage. Let's do this, let's do that. Let's cook for him. Let's make his life so peaceful. No. We need to stress him out so he can fall in love with you. Okay? We got to do the Care Bear method that I've done a video on. Manipulation 101. Okay? Just a bunch of stuff. Tactics to stress him out. Okay? And he'll be in love. He'll be all, oh, babe, I love you so much. Because you're stressing him out and he loves it. The vasopressin will go up. And he'll be like, oh my goodness, you're the one. And then you'll get the ring, the wedding, the picket fence, the baby, the purse, the car, the house. All you got to do is stress him out. Okay? So you ladies over there trying to be, oh, I just want to give my man peace. Well, good luck with that. Stay smart and toxic.
The problem with men is they are far more naive than women.
Yes, it's because men are ego-driven, okay? And a woman's ability to manipulate and trick a man is usually solely tied to his ego. The bigger his ego, the easier he is to trick. And the reason is because he couldn't fathom or believe that his woman would do something to disrespect him, to embarrass him, to put shame on their family name. He wouldn't believe that they could ever do that, not to him, right? So that woman who now has this power, it actually gives her a boost of self-confidence because she knows that she can do whatever and he's going to believe her. Okay, so in her video, she talks about a woman's desire to trick a man and to be able to manipulate him. And the men that she's unable to do that with, those are the men that she will respect. Let me say that again. A man that cannot be manipulated or tricked, okay, is the one that gets respect. So this is why they say the nice guy finishes last. It's because he's easily manipulated, right? And if you are dealing with a low vibrational woman, she is going to capitalize off of that. Okay, so unfortunately, we are now seeing, and I know most of the time on these podcasts, you hear about women getting hurt. There are a lot of men also in the world that are getting dogged out by women. They're getting used by women for resources and all kinds of other things because they found a good guy. And rather than vibrating high and elevating, right, they use it as an opportunity to manipulate and to practice life and to use this man to be able to grow into who they are today because they couldn't do it on their own. So I know this will probably rub people the wrong way, but listen to her video. It's very, very true. If the male ego were just a little bit smaller, right, they would see through the smoke sooner. They would be able to course correct faster. Okay, rather than trying to hold on for the sake of not losing face. Okay, Just food for thought.
If you were a girl and you want a man to feel connected to you, fall in love with you, whatever, you need to be thinking about a little something called vasopressin. It is a bonding neurotransmitter that is released in men specifically when it comes to connection and in the beginning stages of a relationship. So while women bond through oxytocin release after sex when they're being touched, men bond through vasopressin release. And oxytocin is still super important for men, but it doesn't become important unless they already love you. And the vasopressin is what's going to kind of make this love happen a little bit. So how can we trigger it? Well, the way you're going to do it is very simple. Let him do things for you. Give him small tasks that he can complete for you, and then make him feel like you're so grateful for them. So for example, if you need help with anything, if you need him to fix anything in your apartment, just tell him and then let him take care of doing it for you. And then once he does it, be like, oh my god, thank you. It's really quite easy. But as women, we tend to want to micromanage, to do all of the plans, to do everything, and that is going to take away the opportunity for this vasopressin to be released. A really simple way to do this is if you are going on a date and he asks you what you want to eat or where you want to go, say, I'm really in the mood for Italian food, but I don't know a good restaurant. Can you find one? Obviously, you can use this with any type of cuisine. This gives him a direct task to complete. You want to get Italian food, but you're just a girl and you don't know where to get the Italian food. And once he does it, you go to the place and hopefully you like the food. And then tell him, like, thank you so much. I never would have guessed to try this restaurant. It is so good. I am so happy we went here. Boom. He's accomplished a task, he's helped you with something, it makes him feel good about himself, and it spikes vasopressin, which will make him feel bonded to you, attracted to you, connected with you, which is exactly what you want. Once you are dating him, that's when you can focus on oxytocin, touch, sex, all of that kind of stuff. Obviously touch him if you like him, but like, you know what I mean. I love you guys so much. Let me know if you like videos like this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.
You have to understand that there's a great difference between males and females. You are not equal, and sex is not the same for you. Men mark their territory. The higher your body count is, the less likely he can bond you and bind you to him as his property, right? Men are takers by nature. They take energy. That's what they do. So the more men that you're with, the more value you lose because you got so many men taken from you, right? After they done took so much from you, what do you have to offer after that? Nothing. Women give life. Men take life. So as a woman, why would you want a high body count? Why would you want so many men taken from you so that you can be depressed? You can have anxiety. You can have all of these.
You're not going to like this, but it's the truth. How do you keep the man obsessed with you? It's by confusing him. It's by keeping that man in a state of confusion. It's by making that man never know what your next move is. The more unpredictable you are, the more a man will chase after you. Because confusion equals obsession. The more confused he is by you, the more it's going to ignite that desire and obsession in him to want to go after you. He's going to want to conquer you. He's going to want to figure you out. Because you are that puzzle that he can't seem to work out. So the more confusing you are, the more unpredictable you are, the more hot and cold that you are, the more unbothered and unfazed that you are, the more the man is going to get more and more and more attracted and obsessed with you. And here's the thing, ladies, sometimes they don't even know that they're attracted to you. They don't even know why they're so obsessed with you. It is as simple as that.